I'm Dylan, and welcome to Twisted Rich Garage. What's up, guys, and thanks for joining me on another episode of Twisted Rich Garage. This week we're going to be working on this 70s model Dodge D200. From what I've been told, this truck has a brand new engine. I'm not sure about the transmission. I'm told it's good. From my understanding, the only thing this truck needs is a fuel tank, and we've got some parts trucks here that I've got one set up for me to go ahead and start getting the tank pulled out. We're going to work on getting that tank pulled out and thrown in this truck, see if we can get this old girl fired back up and on the road. As far as I have been told, this truck, once it's fully done, will be up for sale. And this is a Dodge D200. I'll have to double check the year. I'll give you a little look around of it here. But this is a nice truck, guys. Really nice truck. Let me get you guys on this. So as you guys can tell, like I said, it's a 70s model D200. Has some rust, you know, that's to be seen. We got factory mags on this old girl. That's really cool. 8 lug axles, 4-wheel drive, like I said. Has a 5th wheel in it. Tailgate's seen some better days, but if you can see that, if you saw that 5th wheel and those balls there, you can tell this truck's been put to work. It is an adventurer, white and blue two-tone with all the trim. You can see the gas tank's missing. That's why we're gonna grab that one. Give you guys kind of a peek inside. Really a clean truck. I mean, the floors are a little not there, but I mean, that can all be taken care of. I mean, this is a really clean truck. I feel like it can make someone a really nice ride. Some more rust there in the lower quarter and the door. It's got a bird bath hood. Oh, I didn't check what year it was. Let me take a look. Does it say on this door? Alright, we are looking at... and it don't even see it. W200. Alright, I did say D. It's a W. I can kind of see right there. Alright, so this is a 73. Based on the plate. So let me get you guys taken back to where we got the parts rig. We're going to start working on getting that fuel tank taken out. All right, and here is our donor truck. This truck is a big block truck. It is also, I think, I think it's a D150. Might be a D200. I'm not real sure. It doesn't really matter on that. But I've got myself all set up. We actually have to get the bench seat taken out of this thing and get it moved either up or pull it out. That way we can get this tank out, because these seats on these old 70s models, they don't do the foldy fold. So let me get you guys in position. We'll start tearing this apart. All right, guys, just went ahead and took a minute, and I got the 2 bolts off of both sides of this seat. And they're just little 1/2 inches, and I'm just gonna pull this up and push it forward. I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. Try to give myself enough room to get that gas tank out of there. So we'll lift. We're gonna push that forward. Let's go back to that other side. Move it some more. Could pull it out all the way, but I'm gonna keep all this stuff in the truck as it should be. And then all I gotta do is pull off these bolts at the top, get our fuel neck undone here, and I should be ready to pull this out. Got a few fuel line, I got a fuel line over there, and then the fuel sender wire over there, but that's already disconnected. So let me get you guys, I'll get you guys actually set up in a position. I'll get this time lapse while I'm getting this pulled out. All right, guys, so we got this tank fully installed on this other truck. Got all the lines hooked up. I blew through them with just my mouth. The air compressor is all the way in the shop. So the only one that seemed a little bit blocked was that return. So I might have to take another look at that. But right now I just got the seat sat back down in its spot. I'm gonna need to grab some bolts for that because that didn't have the bolts in this. And then I think tomorrow we'll come back out here. We'll start putting some gas in it and see if we can get this old girl fired up. All right, guys, we're back out here working on this 73 Dodge long bed 4-wheel drive D200. Like I said, it's supposedly a brand new engine, so we got the tank in. Got another nice enough day to get out here and get back to work on it. I've already crawled underneath it. Was looking at the fuel lines. I verified that the one of the lines they've got a return. This truck has a return and then an out for the fuel. I guess the out for the fuel going to the pump, I guess it rotted away. They deleted it completely, and then they changed the going to the pump from that line to the return line, so it's using the return line. So right now the way I had it hooked up was just like this, and I just kind of hooked it up like that because I knew I was gonna come back out here and get back to this. But I'm gonna go ahead and replace these fuel lines here, or at least one of them, and I think I might swap this over. We'll see. But I need to get this line off of here, get some fresh stuff on there, or fresher. This stuff's pretty hard, kind of hard as a rock, you know. Been sitting here for a while. Just go get that clamp all the way off. Should be able to take that one all the way off as well. All right, so we just need a little piece of hose about that long. This 3/8. Should be 3/8 on that. So we'll just take our cutters. Give us just a little bit extra length. Okay. Get rid of that. Okay, so this one here, double check here. All right, so that's gonna be our out. Our return, which is this one, isn't hooked up at all. So that goes to the floor, and then the hose is actually cut off. So let's get our new hose on this. Get our clamp. Definitely a tighter fit. Sorry about the noise. Because we're outside today. Because it is nice. It's like 70-something degrees today. Last night we had like 7 tornadoes here in Oklahoma. So, maybe need to move that hose clamp just a little bit. But yeah, hopefully everyone in the Oklahoma area that may have gotten, you know, close to those tornadoes, hopefully everybody, you know, made it out okay. No damage, no one was hurt, anything like that. All right, so we got that. Let's get our other little clamp on here. And there is an inline filter on this one. It's actually just after this line comes out of the cab. Not a huge fan of these clips, but we'll go back on there with it. All right, got the clamp on, get our line on. Move our clamp up. We'll have to keep an eye on that, double check it for leaks. I'm not a huge fan of those, and I just don't have one of those hose clamps just readily available right here. So, but this other one is the return, so and that's not hooked up to anything down here, that like at all. So we need to get a new fuel filter for this fuel line down here. We'll get that swapped out. Need to get a battery thrown in it, and kind of go from there. All right, so we're down here. We're down here underneath the truck. This is that fuel filter I was telling you guys about. This is the inlet going into the tank. And then we've got this one right here, which is the return that comes from what I think is on these is going to be that return fuel filter style that has the in and out, and then it has a side return. I think they got rid of that and put just this inline one. So we're going to go ahead and just take it from the line here. Hopefully that's in decent enough shape and doesn't break. And get it from here. We'll just replace the lines with the filter as well. Alright, so we got that. Grab my pliers and just kind of see if we can break the seal on that. Alright, come off of there. I know you want to. You want to run, I know you do. So we're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna replace these lines because we're down here, we're getting the filter off, we got some line. So let's make sure that it's not gonna leak or nothing. Back and forth. There we go. Something fell. I think that was our clamp. Where'd that clamp go? There it is. Alright, so we got that off. Let's go get a new filter. This is a Wix 33032. And it was going the right way, so we're good there. So we'll get some new line and a new filter. We'll get that put in place. Then we can put some gas in the gas tank. Throw the battery in, see if we can get this old girl to fire up. Alright, I found a little 3/8 in out fuel filter. Luckily this one's going underneath the cab. I'm not a big fan of these. These seals on the ends of these have a tendency to leak and fire. So, but like I said, luckily it's underneath the truck. We're just gonna put it right after the tank. I've got my fuel lines off of the old fuel filter, so I'm just gonna use my fuel line just to kind of give myself a guesstimation on the length I need. Then we'll cut her down and put it back together. There's one piece. Probably should invest in some hose cutters, huh? So we'll put this on. This is the out. That there. And I went and I got some hose clamps from the shop too, so we'll get these slapped on here as well. Yeah, from my understanding, this truck is going to be going up for sale as soon as we get it running. So, hopefully, we can get it sold and it can be put on the road again and start getting put to work. Because I just don't like whenever these old trucks just sit. I feel like it's a waste. Alright, there's one. I'm just going to get this other one. A little extra. Alright. Let's get our second piece on. Get our hose clamp. Come on now. Oh man, it's such a nice day. Can't get over it. We had a really big storm last night, like I said. Like 7 tornadoes came through Oklahoma. Man, it made it hot today. We're supposed to have some pretty nice weather throughout this week. Maybe a little bit of rain, but move this down just a hair. it's on nice and tight, we'll get our other 2 hose clamps on. I did snag another hose clamp from inside, so I can change that one right there. Because again, I don't really trust these little clamping ones. Let's get that off. And we'll get a real clamp on there. Tank's a little warm, been sitting in the sun. I know this tank is good, by the way. It did have a little bit of old gas in it, so dispose of that. That way we can get some fresh stuff in it. And I think the wire for the oil, or for the sending unit for the gas gauge, I think the wire busted off over on that driver's side, so that might be something we'll have to take care of later. We just want to get this old girl running. That's that. Got that all hooked up. Now let's go ahead and get underneath here. Let's get our new filter and lines on. We can move up to the power barn. All right, guys. So I've got the new fuel filter in. I've set the camera up and I thought I was recording, but apparently I put it on photo mode. So I just took 2 pictures. One of right before I got it in, and then one of right after. Oh well. But I did get that new fuel filter in and out. Made sure everything was tight. Got all the new fuel lines in. So let's get moved up to the power barn and let's get the rest of this hooked up. Let's verify that this fuel pump's going to work and we can get this old girl started. All right. So we got the gas tank all fully hooked up over here. Went ahead and took care of that. It's just one fuel line over here on the frame. So got to get a battery in this old girl because we have no juice to get her fired up. So battery we chose, it's gonna be this Optima here. Because Vice Grip Garage says it's got a go handle, means it's performance, right? So we'll get this in here. Plus it was, you know, the only one I had available to me, right? You know, easy access. So we're gonna hook up our positive first. Probably gonna need clean though, so let me go see if I got a battery terminal cleaner and I'll see if I can get that cleaned up. Alright, got a battery terminal cleaner. We're gonna clean these terminals up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Alright, there's one. This is the one that was so loud on this road. This is the one that was really bad. You can tell, right? Man, I'm sure you guys can hear all that traffic. It's amazing, isn't it? Man, that's bad. But that should be good enough. Alright. Let me get my all-purpose hammer here. Should be good. Touch the negative. No sparkles. All right, we're on. I don't hear any sizzling, don't smell any fire. All right, let's run up to the gas station. Let's get some gas for this old girl, and let's put it in. Let's see if we can get this thing fired up. All right, back from the gas station. I just went and got 10 bucks. Let's throw this in here. See if we can get this thing fired up. $10 should be enough. It's about 4 gallons, I think. Gas is like 3 something here. It's super expensive. Slowly rotate this upside down so we can try to get all of it out. I think I got about as much as I'm going to get out of it, so I guess we'll call that good for now. If we need to get more, we can go get more. All right, let's get in here and see if we can get this cranked over. All right, we got gas in it, gas tank's all hooked up, battery's in. See if we can get it to crank over at least. Maybe that battery's dead. That is very possible. We don't have any switches on the dash, so I don't think we got any kind of like any kind of aftermarket switch that's controlling our ignition. So it's very possible that battery is dead. So let me go see if I can wrestle up another one. All right, we went and snagged another battery out of another truck here. See if we get it. All right, so we got some crank. All right, let me go double check that fuel filter and make sure I'm pulling fuel. All right. That fires right up. We got a little bit of gas to the carburetor. She's running real good. Man, that idle's good. Gas tank, battery, fired right up. Heck yeah. All right, she's idling. Double check. We got reverse, neutral, we got drive, and the brakes are really stiff. I think I could use a little work, but man, she sounds good. That's exciting. All right, guys, we got the hood closed. We want to get it moved back a little bit. Want to get a good view for you guys, show you guys a good view of it. Plus, I want to see it move. Fires right up. Alright, the brakes are a little sticky. .360's got plenty of oomph. Like I said, it's been gone through. I think it's in 4-wheel drive right now. Just about by the feel of it. That's probably good enough. Alright. Yeah, it's a little lower on the idle probably, but the fact that it fired right up after putting that gas tank in, that's good. The gauge is for the oil pump seems to be working. We got 100 pounds of pressure or over. I don't know how accurate that is. These things are usually just dummy gauges, so just trying to build up a little bit of heat in it. Still need to check the fluids. And she's gonna die. Oh, nope. She picked herself back up. All right, let's go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna go ahead and let's get underneath the hood. Let's check some fluids and stuff, and we'll kind of go from there. There you go, boys and girls. She's fired up, running and idling. Just wanted to get a good view, because this truck, like I said, is for sale, but we may have already got a deal on it already. So I'll keep you guys posted. There's the back. Take you guys around. It does have factory mags. Pretty straight truck, other than a little bit of rust here and there in that lower quarter there. Got the mags all the way around. We're not real smoking at all or nothing. Give you guys a little closer look at some of the rust. Probably could use a little bit more of a tune. Yep, she died. All right, guys, we're back out here working on this 73 W200. It died on us yesterday when we were trying to move it. I was trying to move it in front of the garage so we could just tackle a couple of the little things that we needed to take care of. But the mechanical pump stopped working. We tried to get it to pump, wouldn't do nothing. We had an electric pump here at the shop. We tried throwing that on. It was like an old Holly electric pump. We mounted it up here on the passenger side over here, but it worked for like 2-3 minutes, and then it decided to go ahead and give in too, so it quit. So we were able to go up to O'Reilly, snag a little cheap little clicky clack pump. We were able to get that thrown in. I'll show you that here. It's right down in there. We got that thrown in. It's all wired up. Another issue that I was having was down here, where I put that fuel filter in, and you guys can see I did change it again. A little harder to see in the darkness, but changed it again. I had to clean that one out once because it did get some particles in it from the tank, because this tank had been sitting for a little bit. So when we dumped it out, some of the stuff was residual. So we got that cleaned out, got it fired back up. It died again because of the pump. So we changed that filter too. And that way we know that's a good one. We don't have to worry about it leaking on us or nothing. And that's good. The last few things that we need to do is we need to get a breather on this old girl. I want to address a vacuum line. The vacuum line that goes to the brake booster on this is disconnected. That brake booster is actually bad, so right now it's running on mechanical brakes. So I need to cap off that intake because they've got like a hose going to it with a drill bit stuck in. I might see about hooking up that electric or that manual choke. Put a cap on this fuel here. And And I think we're okay to slap the breather on. I went ahead and we snagged one from back behind the shop. It was a little dirty, it was a little rusted on the top, so I just kind of took a wire brush to it here. I just kind of threw a little quick coat of black on it, cleaned up the inside as well, wiped it down. I didn't want to paint the whole thing because it still has all the original paint on it still, so just painted that top, kind of make it look better. That way it didn't look as rough, because I mean all the rest of this engine looks good, so why not you know, make the breather look good with the rest of it. That way you don't have all this nice stuff and then this nice rusty pile up here on the very top. Did go ahead and find a stud to go into that carburetor, so we'll get that thrown in as well. But other than that, we're about done with this truck. So let me get you guys in a position. We'll get the rest of this stuff knocked out and we can call this truck done. Okay, so now that I've let this hood be open for a while and get super hot, let's get this stud in here. Well, the second stud. Alright, so we'll get that put in. Okay, that thing is warm. Get that fully snugged down. Okay, put a cap over this one here because it's not being used. Let's pull this hose off of here. Like I said, there's just a drill bit shoved into it, so let's pull that off. Got another little cap here, we'll throw that on. That's blocked. Let's see if I can find a little clip for that, or a zip tie might work. Okay. All right. So let me grab that. Well, let me go grab a zip tie and we get this hooked up. And I also need to find a 5/8 hose to go from here to the breather. So I will be right back. All right. So I brought a zip tie just in case, but I've got a newer style like rounded clip that I'm gonna see if I can get to work on this. It's just a one-way clip. It only goes on one way. Hopefully it'll work for me here. It just has a little hole in it. Normally these have like a elbow style clip that you push the L part of the rod in and then it swivels around and snaps on. Let me grab some needle nose because I'm having a hard time holding it. So I grabbed my needle nose, as you can tell, because these will work for anything. All right, so that's a little too big, so that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to zip tie it, I think. Let me go grab the little smaller one. Let me see if that one will work. All right, I grabbed a smaller one. Hopefully this one will work. Probably though the rod is going to be too big for it, but we'll see. Alright, well, it's not really wanting to go on there. The hole is a little smaller. Okay, give it another shot here. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, so gonna have to be a zip tie for now. That there. I don't even know if this zip tie is going to work, to be honest with you, but we'll try it. Still has to be able to rotate is the issue. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that to work. Let me see if I can open this hole up on this. Ugh. All right, I got that opened up a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can get it on there. Oh, it was so close. Oh, I dropped it. This is not wanting to agree with me. I don't know why. Probably because it's not the right clip, obviously. That went flying. Try to open up some more, I guess. Alright, now that I've found the right clip, this is the one that goes on it. Found one in there in the shop, so just slide that on like so. Put that through the hole. Okay. There we go. And that snaps down. And there's our choke. Cool, cool. Now we just need to get our breather thrown on here. Let me grab that. It might still be a little tacky. Okay. This actually has a label on it. It tells me which side is front. So do that. We got a hose we need to get going from there to there, so we'll 5/8. Got a washer and a nut for that breather. And we'll get that tightened down or snugged down. It does have a new air cleaner element in it too. All right, let me go grab a 5/8 piece of hose and I'll get that hooked up. All right, guys, and there you have it. Got everything all hooked back up. Got the breather on, got the vent tube on for the breather. We got our new fuel pump wired up. We got a new PVC valve over here with the new hose. Just go ahead and let's fire this old girl up one more time. Just to verify. Oh, just make sure she's gonna fire up. Oh yeah, fired right up. All right. I do want to get down here. I noticed that whenever I hit the brakes, it is a little bit sticky. When I got here this morning, the brake lights were on. So this was stuck down, so I pulled it up. And luckily we didn't drain our battery, so I'm gonna take some PB Blast and just throw that underneath there. Get that taken care of. But, oh, I think that's it for this particular truck. Like I said, it is gonna be up for sale. Well, it is up for sale now that it's all up and running, moving under its own power. So I'll keep you guys posted on the price and what he's wanting for it, because this is a buddy of mine's truck. Right now, like I said, we do kind of have a deal in progress with a guy in Texas. So, supposedly he's wanting to trade a short bed step side for it. So we'll kind of see where that goes. So I will keep you guys posted on that. All right, guys, that's it for this video of Twisted Wrench Garage. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I did get a price on the truck. The truck is going to be $6,500 as of right now. Like I said, he's got a trade offer we're in progress right now, so I will keep you guys posted. So if you guys would like to hit me up about the truck, if you guys are interested, hit me up on email in the About section on YouTube. You can also hit me up on Facebook at Twisted Wrench Garage. Again, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll check you guys out on the next video.